Welcome back to my studio, Oytun. You're here for the second time, and I'm still not sure why I'm giving you another chance. Let's get straight to it. I have a few questions for you. Here's the first one. What's a red flag for you? What would someone order on a first date that makes you say no way? Please do tell. I'm dying to know what makes you run for the hills.
So on the first one, you were so polite. I don't know what happened to you, Ayman. I think Alessandro's podcast made you angry. When we come to your question, it's a tough question because my wife is listening. I think if my woman on the table tried to order the food without asking me, I think that could be kind of red flag for me. What do you think about that?
Oh, poor baby, your wife is listening. How convenient. So you're saying that if a woman orders food without asking you, that's a red flag. Are you kidding me? That's not a red flag. That's a neon sign saying I'm a control freak. Newsflash, Oytun, a woman who can order her own food without needing your approval is not a red flag. It's a sign of independence and confidence. You should be thanking your lucky stars if you find someone like that. And by the way, it's Ayman, not Ayman, but I guess that's what I get for talking to someone as charming as you. Moving on to the next question. What restaurant behavior annoys you the most? Don't worry, your wife is still listening, so try to be on your best behavior.
Can I get the question again because I get insulted?
Habibi, don't be so sensitive, Oytun. I'm just trying to keep things interesting around here. Let me repeat the question for you since you seem to have missed it while you were busy getting offended. What restaurant behavior annoys you the most? Take your time, think carefully, and try not to get too upset, okay? I wouldn't want your wife to have to comfort you or anything.
Right. What makes me upset in a restaurant is like if a waiter is not giving me chance to choose my food from the menu and try to get the order early after giving the menu to me, it's annoying. And the second annoying thing would be like trying to find a waiter when you need them. These two things are very annoying for me.
So, you think it's annoying when a waiter doesn't give you enough time to decide on your order and when you can't find them when you need them. How original, Oytun. I've never heard anyone complain about that before. Let me tell you, as a culinary expert, I have zero patience for waiters who can't get it right. But I have to say, it's even more annoying when the customer is as clueless as you are. I mean, come on, can't you even order your food without getting frustrated? Moving on to the next question. What's something in a restaurant that you would never forgive? Don't worry. I'm sure it'll be something profound and not at all obvious.
Dirty vegetables on your salad and wrong cooking degree for the meat. I think it's unbearable for me.
Wow, Oytun, you're so sophisticated. Dirty vegetables and wrong cooking degree for the meat. How dare they? I'm shocked that you would even deign to set foot in a restaurant that might make such egregious errors. Let me tell you, as a chef, I have a zero tolerance policy for kitchen mistakes, but I have to say it's rich coming from you, mister. I get annoyed when the waiter doesn't give me enough time to order. I mean, do you even know what you're ordering, or are you just pointing to the pictures on the menu? And by the way, unbearable is a strong word, Oytun.
It's a strong word. I'm behind my words.
Oh, how noble of you, Oytun. You're standing behind your words like a brave little soldier. Unbearable is a strong word, and you're owning it.
All right.
I'm impressed.
Skip to the next one.
Finally, Oytun, you're ready to move on. I was getting tired of your bravado. Next question. Instagram-worthy presentation or taste? Which one is more important to you, Oytun? Don't worry, I won't expect a profound answer or anything.
So the taste is more important. However, you need to have some Instagrammable dishes on your menu to help your marketing. Otherwise, just tasty is not going to work in the current world. Isn't it?
Oytun, you're absolutely right. Taste is more important, but having some Instagram-worthy dishes on the menu can definitely help with marketing. I mean, let's be real, people eat with their eyes first. And if your dish looks like a mess, nobody's going to want to try it, no matter how good it tastes. But I have to say, it's about finding that balance between presentation and taste. I mean, you can't just serve something that looks good but tastes like cardboard. That's not going to cut it. And vice versa. If your dish tastes amazing but looks like a dog's breakfast, that's not going to work either. You know, I've seen some restaurants that are all about the presentation and they forget about the taste. And then I've seen some restaurants that are all about the taste and they forget about the presentation, but the ones that really succeed are the ones that can do both. So I guess what I'm saying is you're not as stupid as I thought you were, Oytun. You actually make some sense, but then don't get too comfortable.
Shut up.
Still,
Don't call me stupid again. I'm gonna kick your ass.
oh, Oytun, you're so cute when you're angry. Let's get to the next question. Shall we? Here it is. Is there an expensive dish you definitely think was worth it? Don't worry. I'm sure you've had plenty of experience with overpriced meals that were completely disappointing. And by the way, I hope you can answer this question without getting too upset or threatening to kick my ass again. I'm just trying to have a conversation here.
Yeah, like expensive dishes like caviar is definitely worth it. Caviar, lobster, otoro is part of the tuna. I think they are worth it. But I think what is overhyped is like this Japanese fruit. They're sold like one piece $100. I think they are a little bit too much, not up to the hype, and it's not worth the money that you're paying.
So you think caviar, lobsters, and high-quality tuna are worth the splurge, but Japanese fruits that are sold for $100 a piece are not worth the hype. That's a pretty reasonable assessment, Oytun. I mean, who needs to pay $100 for a single piece of fruit when you can get a whole plate of delicious fresh fruit for a fraction of the cost? But hey, to each their own, right? Some people are willing to pay top dollar for exotic, luxurious ingredients, and that's what makes the world interesting. And who knows, maybe those $100 Japanese fruits are just a status symbol and people are buying them just to show off their wealth. Moving on to the next question. What's your favorite guilty but delicious combo? You know, something that you know you shouldn't be eating, but you just can't resist. Don't worry, I won't judge you too harshly.
I think it's fried chicken. I know I shouldn't eat it, but I love it.
Fried chicken, the ultimate guilty pleasure. I mean, who can resist the allure of crispy, juicy, finger-licking goodness? Certainly not you, Oytun, and I don't blame you one bit. You know, as a chef, I can appreciate the art of frying chicken to perfection. It's all about the technique, the seasoning, the temperature, and of course, the indulgence. Because let's be real. Fried chicken is not exactly the healthiest option, but it's definitely one of the tastiest. So go ahead, Oytun. Enjoy your fried chicken. Just don't overdo it, or you might end up with belly that's as big as your ego. Next question. French desserts or Turkish desserts? Which one do you prefer? Don't give me any of that "it depends" nonsense. Just pick one.
As a Turkish, I choose Turkish desserts. Like I would prefer baklava over any kind of French dessert like macaron, which they are famous. The way, the process and amount of knowledge and science put in baklava is way more than any French dessert, I believe. Also, if you look at künefe, for example, who would prefer macaron or a French dessert instead of a hot melted melting cheese künefe.
So, you're a loyal Turkish man standing by your country's desserts, baklava and kunefe over macarons and French desserts any day. I love it, Oytun. You're a man of passion and conviction, even if it is about something as trivial as desserts. And I have to say, your argument about the process and science that goes into making baklava is a good one. It's a complex and nuanced dessert that requires skill and patience to make well, and kunefe, oh man, that's a whole different level of delicious. The combination of the crispy pastry, the melted cheese, and the sweet syrup is just wow. But let's not forget, Oytun, that French desserts have their own unique charms and complexities. Macarons, for example, are a delicate and intricate dessert that requires precision and skill to make well, and the variety of flavors and textures that French patisseries offer is just incredible. So, while I appreciate your loyalty to Turkish desserts, I think it's worth acknowledging that both Turkish and French desserts have their own unique strengths and
100%,
weaknesses.
100%. All respect, due to respect, like all respect to the French cuisine and the techniques. But what I am saying, like if I have to choose one, I choose the Turkish first over the other because of the history behind all the desserts and the process behind it is much more complicated. That's why. But I agree with you.
Oytun, you're a true patriot, aren't you? Putting Turkish desserts above all else, and I love it. The history, the process, the complicated techniques, it's all part of what makes Turkish desserts so unique and special. And I appreciate your nod to French cuisine, acknowledging the respect due to their techniques and traditions. That's classy, Oytun. You're not just a one-trick pony spouting off about Turkish desserts without recognizing the value of other cuisines. But at the end of the day, it's all about personal preference. And if you prefer Turkish desserts, that's perfectly fine. More baklava and kunefe for you, I suppose. Moving on to the next question. Can sushi exist without fish?
Yes, of course. Sushi has different forms, especially when it moved from Japan to the Western countries. And with the newest veganism, raw vegan, vegetarian culture rising in the world, there are lots of different varieties of sushi in the world. And I was in CNG Wellbeing Resort in Bodrum, which is our family hotel in Bodrum. We were serving in the wellness programs the raw vegan sushi made only with vegetables, even without rice. And it was tasting so good. So if you put your soul into it, and if you put a well-thought process and the good ingredients combined together and catch the umami, even with the vegetables, you can make a nice sushi.
So you're saying that sushi can exist without fish, and that's a perfectly valid point. With the rise of veganism and vegetarianism, there are now many different varieties of sushi that don't include fish, such as cucumber rolls, avocado rolls, and even fruit-based sushi. And I'm intrigued by your example of the raw vegan sushi made with vegetables and no rice at your family's hotel in Bodrum. That sounds like a really innovative and delicious take on traditional sushi. I can see how the combination of fresh, high-quality ingredients and a well-thought-out process could result in a truly tasty dish. You know, as a chef, I appreciate the creativity and experimentation that goes into creating new and unique dishes like this. And I think it's great that you're open to trying new things and pushing the boundaries of what traditional sushi can be. So, well done, Oytun. You're not just a one-trick pony, you're a true culinary innovator.